get that sub button smashed. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, I'll probably cut that part out. Yo, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in, as always. Appreciate all the subscribers that I've been getting recently. Massively appreciate it. All the comments and stuff. I love a little debate in the comments. Quick video today. Something that I've been doing quite a lot of recently is cameras, CCTV. However, these ones I'm not doing any wiring or anything. It's going to be just a straight swap with their existing cameras. So the cameras that they had have stopped working. She's just said upgrade everything. So I'm going to be fitting these Hikvision ones because that's all I ever fit. Hikvision ColorVu cameras. These are the analog version. They do the IP version as well, which is a bit better in my opinion. But I suppose domestic wise, analog cameras much easier to set up, much easier for the customer to use in the hard drive, in the DVR or MVR, in the obviously DVR for the analog cameras. Waffling on a little bit there, aren't I? Right, so as I was saying, these are just an upgrade. So the cameras that are existing are just like a DIY kit. I don't know who fitted them. The wiring's just clipped direct around the house and whatnot. So like I said, I'm not upgrading any of that because the customer doesn't want me to. She just wants me to swap them straight away. So we'll be using the TR13 base on them, which has a stuffing gland on the side. It's like a deeper base, and it's the cable that's in is like I think it's those pre-made up leads that you get with like the DIY kind of camera kits. So not really great. I personally, whether I'm using IP cameras or analog cameras, I still use Cat5 cable. If it's obviously the analog cameras, I'll just use the video balance at both ends. It's a much neater job, especially if you're clipping direct outside the house. But like I said, not upgrading any of that. I'm not even the DVR that I've got, it's not even got a hard drive. I'm using the hard drive from their existing cameras, which is 1 terabyte. I think there's only 3 cameras. So yeah, we'll swap them over. So if it's not the neatest job in the world, I don't want to hear it. I didn't do it. I'm just swapping the cameras and the hard drive. That is it. So yeah, hopefully the cameras are going to be low enough that I can use my suicide ladders, the one with the collapsible ones, because I've took my roof rack off the van and the big ladders. I can't really be bothered putting it back on. So yeah, let's go. Right, so here we are. We're on the job now. Camera's behind me, as you can see up there. Got the junction boxes for, like I said, it's like them DIY kits. Got a junction box on the camera, same on that side. Junction box, camera, where the pre-made leads go. So we're going to take them down and be using the Hikvision base, so that goes straight in. That's like the junction box, and then the camera sits on top of that. So it just looks a little bit tidier than that. Camera's there. So I'll get one of these changed over and I'll show you as we go. Right, we're just going to do this one first. This is in the back garden. Like I say, there's a junction box that just went in. That's from the DVRs. I'm just going to lower it down to a more reasonable height. It's a bit high up there. Obviously there's no holes, there's no nothing stopping water getting in there. Obviously I know it's not like high voltage or anything, but I'm surprised it's not rusted. So we can get rid of that, bring it down to here. All the excess cable will fit in our new junction box, and get rid of this. Of course this can go on any which way you want, if it wants to go sideways, whatever, but obviously I prefer cables to go in upwards rather than downwards, obviously for rain purposes or whatever. So we'll get this screwed up now. Get the camera mounted. Alright, so camera's going up now. Obviously I've took the back off, that's the back of the camera base. That screws on there, that fits on that base. This has got to go the right way, so see that little notch out then sits in that little notch there, like a rubber bit, so that's got a set way of going. So I'll just screw that up there with the screws that come, these screws come with that base which is sold separate, TR13, and then this fits on. That's pretty much it. Obviously that's just a guess of where it wants to be pointing, but I'm pretty sure. Hopefully it'll be right, probably won't be. Once it's got set up and we can see the image, then we'll just come out and just give it a whatever adjustment. But I'm going to guess that there, you've got a little up mark on the top, so you know that's the top. Little light comes on the bottom, these stay in colour 24/7. Right, that's the front two up. There's no point me showing you the same routine again, but there's the front two. Can't talk for long because the neighbours are playing music, obviously copyright issues. So yeah, there's them two. So everything's pretty much done at that job now. I just had to nip back out and get a new power supply. This is a 5 amp power supply, 12 volts obviously, 12 volts 5 amp. Because, like I said, I was just swapping the cameras and the DVR, but the existing power supply is only 2 amp. So when you plugged more than like 2 of the cameras, you plug 2 or 3 of the cameras in, it just cuts out, just cuts off. It's not powerful enough for it. So 5 amp one's fine for 3 of them cameras, because I've done it loads of times. I would normally supply one of these anyway, but I was only swapping them, as I've said, about 100 times. So I'm only inside this house now, just setting up the DVR, getting it working on their smartphones, whatever smartphones they've got. So I'm not going to get any. It's not been a great video or much going on, but right. So that's it for that job. I know it's probably a pretty small job. Kind of shows you how to install cameras if you wanted to do that at your own house. The only thing I didn't show you is setting up the DVR and stuff, which is pretty self-explanatory stuff. It's just like setting up any type of computer or anything like that. It's just so on and so on. And obviously it would all depend on what kind of cameras you use to change the camera settings. A lot of it's got personal details on, like passwords and stuff, so obviously I'm not going to show you any of that. If you are thinking about installing cameras anywhere though, like I said at the start of the video, I would definitely wire the cameras in Cat 5 or Cat 6. Cat 5 is perfectly fine. If it's going to be clip direct, obviously you need the duct grade or external grade Cat 5 in black. Simply because it's a much, see those pre-made up cables are not too bad, but they're because they're only thin still, but it gives you a BNC connector and the 12 volt connector. Whereas if you use Cat 5, even if you're installing analog cameras in 5-10 years time, as long as the cable's alright, which it should be, it gives the people the option to upgrade to IP cameras, because you've already got the Cat 5 in place, which are obviously much better systems, and they just keep getting better and better anyway. So yeah, Cat 5 all the way for any cameras, whether it's analog or IP, and just using balance either end. So thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, definitely subscribe. We all want them subscribers. I love my subscribers. If you're not a subscriber yet, I know 70% of you are not subscribers. Get that sub button smashed. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, I'll probably cut that part out. Peace.